An Instagram post is concerning parents about how safe COVID-19 vaccines are for kids. A close call for a boat on the Colorado River yesterday. This video shows just how close the boat was to going over Longhorn Dam. Mike, you did your job. My mouth is watery. I thought it was going to be the milkshake that got me, but then you pulled out the onion ring and I was done for. If you've ever dreamed of taking a trip out of this world, quite literally, here is your chance. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and his brother are going to space on July 20th.
Oh, I already have plans that day.
Darn, me too. I actually, no.
Yeah, no.
Governor Abbott is in Lubbock to talk about a new antibody therapy that treats COVID-19. Let's listen in. Austin city officials are launching an investigation into the Austin Police Department and its officers after allegations of racism, homophobia, and misconduct. Following breaking news this daybreak, a man is now in custody after allegedly kidnapping a woman in North Austin. Sometime after 11 p.m., police got a call about a woman who was kidnapped at gunpoint by a man in a four-door red sedan. Like you mentioned, Austin police beginning those written warnings for people on Sunday, but the city hasn't created an official list of where people can legally camp. You even said in city council that they were dancing around the issue. You'll meet again with them today to talk about this. What specifically do you hope to accomplish at today's meeting? David wants to also join the military when he grows up. He says he's getting good grades to make sure he's ready. So rain is still here, and I think because of that, even birds are taking shelter because there are birds in this building, in this room. So if you hear them chirping around, I just don't want them to do a sneak attack on us. It's important to note there have been other caravans across central Texas, but really not like this one, right? If you are flying out, though, better get there early. Not because of the weather, no. Travelers are getting stuck in long lines at the security checkpoints. Airport officials recommend getting there at least 3 hours before your flight leaves. I know that's not what we want to hear, but it's what you got to do. Paula Wilson sending us this picture as proof of what those lines look like. This is yesterday morning, similar to what we saw on Friday. As you can see, the airport is jam-packed. Airport officials say the peak times for TSA security lines are between 5 and 7 a.m. So we are past that peak time for now. It was crazy. The roads were a little bit packed. So I want to get right to Marielle to see how this crash is affecting our roads right now. Marielle. This move is critical to get the roughly 40 million doses of the vaccine to people around the country. Now, as Pfizer moves forward with the vaccine approval process, people helping with the distribution are also making their preparations. Four-star General Gus Perna from Operation Warp Speed tells GMA this morning his team is ready.
My mission is to get safe and effective vaccines to the American people, and we are implementing that, and I have 100% confidence with this whole of America approach that's going to occur.
Pfizer's new vaccine has shown to be 95% effective against the virus. Moderna will also need to apply for emergency use, but there are still a few steps before we can find the vaccine in our local pharmacy. Now, one proud Texas dad watched his son soar to new heights. The father of Victor Glover, who lives in Prosper, watched his son launch into space. Glover was a commander in the U.S. Navy, an F-18 Super Hornet pilot in Operation Iraqi Freedom, and is now the first black resident of the International Space Station. Glover's dad says he is so proud and blown away by everything his son has accomplished.
I learned to stop doubting him long time ago when he started accomplishing everything he kept saying he would accomplish.
And when Glover is done with this mission and returns in April, Dad will likely be with Glover's wife and daughters to greet him and welcome back to Earth. I feel like he deserves a big old barbecue when he gets back to Texas. We have breaking news this morning in the presidential election. ABC News is reporting that Joe Biden now has the lead in Georgia. If Biden were to win Georgia, that would give him 269 electoral votes, just one shy of the 270 needed to win the presidency. Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania still have not been determined. Stay with KVO as we continue to bring you any new developments on the 2020 presidential race. Good morning. Thank you so much for watching KVO News Daybreak. I'm Tori Larned. Now we have a lot to get to, so let's go ahead and toss things over to ABC's Faith Abube for an update on this breaking development.
After 2 days behind closed doors,
Washington.
All right, taking a live look at our downtown tower came this morning. This beautiful shot overlooking parts of downtown Austin. We are tracking sunny and warm conditions today, something, Jason, that at least is staying consistent for us. It's going to be beautiful out there. If people need a break this weekend, go outside.
Absolutely. Refreshing air mass over us right now. Comfortable conditions, temperatures a little bit warmer than they were at this point yesterday, and that's okay. We do have a little bit of cloudy skies out there across central Texas. For the most part, you can see our test, Tori.
All right, Jason, hear from you in a little bit. Well, we want to make it very clear, bringing it back to the presidency. There's no evidence right now proving voter fraud in this election. And when it comes to counting the remaining ballots, we're seeing a fair amount of misinformation being shared online. So we want to verify some of these viral claims. One claim is all votes have to be counted by the end of Election Day. This is false. The National Conference of State Legislators says the closing of the polls is not the end of an election. Depending on state law, absentee ballots are still arriving and still being counted for days after the election. There's no federal cutoff for states counting ballots, other than that states must have results ready for the Electoral College vote in December. Another claim we're seeing is 130,000 votes for Biden were added to Michigan's tally overnight from Wednesday going into Thursday. A pair of screenshots showing the votes going for Biden went viral. However, the original person who posted those screenshots deleted the tweet because he learned that it was an error caused by a typo. An extra zero was accidentally added to Biden's tally in one county, which caused counters to give him nearly 130,000 additional votes. The error, though, was fixed, and those votes were taken away from Biden's total. Now, all day long, we'll keep an eye on this presidential race for you as it continues to develop. For the latest results, though, text the word elections to 512-459-9442, and we'll send you a link right to your phone with all those updates. Well, turning now to the coronavirus pandemic, Austin Public Health is sending out a warning. If you attended a Halloween gathering like this one in downtown Austin, you should stay home and isolate yourself from others. These photos show hundreds of people on 6th Street over the weekend. Although some wore masks, there was hardly any social distancing, as you see right there. Now, on Wednesday, APH reported more than 1,000 active cases of COVID-19 in Austin, Travis County. That's the highest report of active cases since August. And more than half of the cases reported are 20 to 39-year-olds who recently went out.
There have been so many people that wanted to go to 6th and they haven't there have been people I've hung out with, but they have had more expanded radiuses and they haven't told me until we were hanging out as they pulled into 6th, and I've had to tell my friends, hey, can you come pick me up because I don't want to be here.
A reminder that Austin Public Health offers free testing. We have a link to sign up on kview.com. All right, your time now is 4:36. This weekend, Austin Public Health is hosting a free drive-through flu shot event. It'll be tomorrow at the Travis County Expo Center from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The information for that is right there on your screen. Again, it's free. Austinites are creating thousands of hygiene kits for people experiencing homelessness in our community. All of next week, United Way for Greater Austin, an Austin-based company, Bizarre Voice, will help make 2,000 kits full of health supplies. The kits will then be distributed to the Travis County Homeless Outreach Street Team and given to people in need. What a wonderful thing people are doing out there. You know what? It's a perfect day to get out there and deliver those and just do something good for the community.
The great thing about this is the weather should not be a factor going into next week, Thursday.
All right, now let's get a look at some other top stories this morning. Christmas coming early for NBA fans. The season may have just finished with the Lakers taking home a championship, but last night the National Basketball Players Association Board of Representatives approved a plan to start the new season next month. That's according to ESPN. The NBPA says the new season is expected to start on December 22nd and includes a reduced 72-game schedule. Well, coming up, we'll explain what a presidential elector is and how it can impact the 2020 election. And she may be gone, but her music will live on forever. See which musical legends will be inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this weekend.